The project at HLB Jim Roberts, Uganda was a very, very important and prestigious project. What we were embarking upon is not what many have really tried. And in this, I must commend partner James and partner Roberts, who had an extremely visionary idea about making sure that the human aspect of people is brought into the space of accounting, because accounting is not just about numbers. Accounting is about people. I recommend that each one of you have a look at the case study that we have, which will tell you firsthand of how people have experienced this change and difference, not just from what I am saying to all of you.
Coaching is a process whereby a coach engages the coachee in a thought-provoking process which will enable the coachee to go into a reflection and discover things about themselves, which should enable them to unlock their fullest potential as human beings.
It's an engagement that would involve one party called the coach being the navigator for the other, who is a coachee, in guiding this person towards achievement of specific goals that may be of desire to him or her.
Coaching can be regarded as a one-to-one activity involving a coach and a coachee, with the aim of increasing the ability of the coachee to improve his or her performance in executing a particular task or even a number of tasks.
I had a couple of issues to take that I felt would be addressed using coaching. One of them was communication styles.
I think I only had two issues. One was mental elasticity, and then another one was effective communication.
The issues I took were self-confidence, assertiveness.
I took delegation, motivation, time management, and procrastination.
The first aspect, how I'm going to be creative in nature, that was the first issue. Then I also communicated to him, how can I be like the person I want? The person I want to be in lifetime, assuming I want to be a managing partner, I want to be a fully certified accountant, I want to be a coach as well.
My reason for becoming a coach is that I wanted to be able to coach my own employees within Jim Roberts and help them to discover their purpose in life and to explore their potential so that they can be better versions of themselves.
We started with this project, and what we began to see with youngsters is that they were bringing issues of stress, extreme stress, disbalance in work life, fatigue, being overwhelmed. And what we also gradually did appreciate and understand is that there is no way that we can take the stress out of the system. There's no way that the accounting business, the financial world, can be without its extreme demands on our human capacities.
As the chairperson of HLB Jim Roberts Associates and Consulting, I was always going to explore ways and opportunities of optimizing my contribution in giving expert guidance and strategic direction to the operations of the organization. And in this, I've always considered two key elements that are always key: interpersonal skills as well as effective communication.
For me, I think the biggest thing that I've learned through coaching is actually listening more.
I realized that actually It's not just to listen. That's not enough. It's important to listen actively. It's important not to react emotionally. And it's important always to keep an open mind. And in this way, one is able to make good judgment and indeed provide effective advice and feedback.
Coaching as a program has had an effect on myself in terms of how I look at things, how I set out my goals that I should be pursuing, both from a supervisory point of those who report to me and myself as an individual.
The coaching program has helped me become self-reliant.
It helped me boost my self-confidence.
Coaching has helped me be more consistent in my work. I'm more committed to doing my work, mostly to help my clients, to help our clients develop, improve. It has helped me manage my time better.
It has opened my mind. It has broken the bond that has been affecting me, that I could not see. My eyes were closed.
What is clear now is that I'm able to assess my strength. I know which areas I'm strong at. I know which areas that I also understand the strengths and weaknesses of those I work with.
I've come to discover that delegation is a two-way street. You don't really just give commands and expect the other person to do what you instructed them to do. It's a two-way communication, so I have learned that. I have learned that we have a lot of time in our day if well planned and well managed.
I'm now a much better listener. I talk to my staff, I listen to them, I'm more empathetic, I can understand them better. And I think this is going to go a long way in even developing my staff and making them feel included and valued.
Since the coaching started, I turn up for work very confident, quite energetic and appearing very motivated.
By focusing on myself, I'm more motivated to do my assignments better.
Before, I could be certain times stressed because of different issues I could have. But as per now, I've known all the possible ways, all the various actions on which I can break down and be able to do my work perfectly and build my career so that I can move forward at the workplace.
Coaching was a very, very important segment that we started. And what it showed us was that we can teach people how, and these youngsters, especially youngsters who are coming into the organization, teach them to prioritize, teach them critical decision making, which means it is slightly different from decision making, which means how do you prioritize? And then after you have prioritized, how quickly do you move through things? What and where do you apply discretionary power and discretionary effort? Because you cannot put the same amount of effort in everything. This allowed stress levels to come down. Time management improved. Time management, prioritization were taken up as skill-based training. A lot of people went back to say that they had better control over their day. A lot of them said they were able to complete and get more tasks done in a day. And then most certainly, a lot of them found a tremendous degree of stress release that allowed for better work-life balance. We found that people were not working on Saturday, Sundays as hard. We found that people were able to go back home and make time for family, make time for their girlfriends, make time for their boyfriends. They had a life. And this is what, through coaching, we have been able to achieve at HLB Jim Roberts.
We are going to strive to create an environment that will be very, very conducive to support open and effective communication and to bring about better interpersonal relations, not only amongst ourselves, but also with our external stakeholders.
In the workplace, what I've also seen is that the coaching has helped the staff to become more empowered.
Coaching is having a transformational impact at HLB Jim Roberts, in the sense that all the staff that are enrolled on the program are continuously benefiting or getting aware of their strengths. They are getting aware of how they can improve on their skills and get the best that they can to be able to execute their duties as professionals in the different disciplines, but also as individuals for personal development.
There is a marked difference in the way that my fellow colleagues who are under coaching programs conduct themselves at work.
I believe coaching has made us more efficient in our handling of assignments.
Coaching, I think, has assisted us be more productive as a firm, as people.
Coaching has really widened my thinking. It has given me more skills on how to do certain things. It has also helped me to focus on the way of building my career.
First of all, coaching empowers staff, as I said earlier. They become motivated, they feel valued, and they feel part of a family.
The execution becomes efficient, and ultimately we believe that with the efficient execution of our work by all the staff, then we'll be able to turn around revenue that will affect the bottom line of the firm.
There's no doubt that if we implement the ideas we have gained from this whole process, there's going to be job satisfaction. It will increase without doubt because of open communication, encouraging innovation. So job satisfaction is likely to increase. This should also increase the job involvement of our staff, and undoubtedly this should result in productivity. And once the productivity of our staff increases, definitely there's only one way to impact on the top line and the bottom line, and that is positively.
Since staff are more efficient in handling assignments, there's less turnaround time in assignments, and so more and more work is being done, which will translate into more revenue for the company.
Please reach out to us to know more. Let us know, and we can tell you what other things we are doing after the first stage of coaching. Yes, as a result of this coaching, there are several other initiatives that have been taken which are more in the culture transformation stage. Business does not change, people don't change. We have to change the way we work with business and people. That is the space of transformation. How do we view people? How do we view business? And how do we really make them come together to work? Men are not machines, and money does not give lifelong comfort. In this life, you are important. In this life, I am important. How do we make this beautiful? That's what coaching is about.
I just want to ask my colleagues, urge my colleagues at Jim Roberts, HLB Jim Roberts and Jim Roberts Consulting Limited to embrace this opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be exposed to the best methodologies in the world in terms of coaching and executive and leadership development.
My message to the staff or members of Jim Roberts is to embrace coaching and look at it as one of the alternatives that could come besides training, mentoring, as one of those modern tools that can help you really explore yourself and get to know more about your capabilities.
I believe that coaching is something everyone ought to undertake for both personal and professional development, and that everyone should endeavor to find a coach?
I'd encourage everyone to undertake coaching. It's very beneficial not only to your personal but also to your professional growth. And obviously, if you focus on growing yourself as a person, you're able to show up more in your professional life.
I encourage and advise members in different firms to engage themselves in coaching programs.
I embrace each and everyone to attain the coaching skills and also act and be in future coaches like the one I'm going to be after this session. I will be one of the coaches around, which I also want to mentor one person, and I will be happy.
My final message is that, as I said, Jim Roberts Consulting has entered into a partnership with CoachCoegi of India. We are bringing a new product to the Ugandan market, a very special type of coaching program which focuses on the strengths of individuals and developing those strengths. So we're already doing this at Jim Roberts, and I believe that this is something that can be done for most of our clients and most organizations within the Ugandan market, within the East African region, and indeed in the Africa region as a whole. And even our network, HLB International, has picked interest in this, and will actually be a case study for something that can be scaled up in all HLB offices in over 158 countries around the world. So we're doing something which we believe once we do it well, we should be able to replicate this model. For many organizations in the country, they should be able to benefit from this kind of approach to leadership and executive development.